Hi, this is Clint from Versa. This is a short video on 5 different ways to secure the Versa SD WAN solution. So in this slide, I'm going to go through the 5 different options from left to right and talk about the pros and cons of each architecture. So the first option, option 1, we're basically deploying, we're looking at a branch here. So this is the LAN infrastructure inside the branch. We then have a Versa node that's performing SD-WAN functions, routing functions, next-gen firewall, and unified threat management functions. And Versa does have a next-gen firewall and next-gen IPS solution that is NSS Labs recommended. This has a very efficient packet flow. Packets go from the site directly to the internet destination or back to a central data center. It's very cost effective because you have a single box and single subscription doing both SD-WAN and next-gen firewall. It's one physical appliance and it's all managed through a single pane of glass. Option 2. So this would be for a customer that already had a large deployment of a current next-gen firewall vendor that they want to continue to leverage. So here we have the LAN infrastructure inside the branch, a Versa SD-WAN router performing routing in SD-WAN. Trusted internet traffic like Salesforce and Office 365 goes directly to the destination. If it's untrusted traffic, it's going to go across the SD-WAN to a central hub router and then through an existing next-gen firewall in the data center. This is a more expensive solution because you have to pay for both the next-gen firewall solution and the SD-WAN solution. You do still have just one physical appliance in the branch, and you have 2 panes of glass to manage this, one for the Versa solution and one for the next-gen firewall solution. So option 3 is similar to option 2, but pushes the next-gen firewall appliance out to the branch site. So in the branch, we've got our LAN infrastructure, your existing next-gen firewall, and then Versa is the SD-WAN overlay for the WAN infrastructure. This is another viable solution. A little more expensive because you're putting both an SD-WAN appliance and a next-gen firewall appliance at every single branch. And you have 2 panes of glass to manage the solution. 1 pane of glass for Versa and 1 pane of glass for the next-gen firewall vendor. Option 4 is similar to option 3, but using a virtualized model. So inside the branch, we have the LAN infrastructure, and then we have an x86 hardware platform running a virtualization layer. And then on top of that virtualization layer, we're running a virtual next-gen firewall and the virtual VM for the Versa SD-WAN solution, and those are service chained together. So this is, again, a relatively expensive solution because you're paying for both the Versa solution and the next-gen firewall solution. You've also got to deploy a relatively beefy box out there because we have to host both the virtualization layer, which takes about 20% of the CPU performance, and then we need VMs for SD-WAN and next-gen firewall. So a little more expensive, a little larger physical appliance, but it is now down to a single appliance per branch. Option 4A is very similar to 4, but we're leveraging Versa's built-in UCPE function. So inside the Versa solution, we have a capability called UCPE, where we can host other VNFs on top of Versa. So Versa's running on bare metal, and Versa's performing routing, SD-WAN functions. We're then hosting a next-gen firewall on top of Versa and service chaining from Versa to the next-gen firewall. So this is another option, and this does remove the third-party virtualization platform. So we're not having to manage both a virtualization layer, the SD-WAN solution, and the next-gen firewall. You just have to manage Versa and the next-gen firewall vendor. And then the fifth option here is for a customer that's perhaps invested in a current cloud security solution. They want to continue to leverage that for some period of time. So here we have the LAN infrastructure inside the branch. We then have a Versa SD-WAN router. We're then sending all trusted internet traffic directly to the internet, so Salesforce, Office 365. And then any untrusted traffic we're sending to that cloud next-gen firewall for processing before entering the internet. So these are the 5 options. I guess a key takeaway here is you can use Versa in any one of these different scenarios. And then 2, we're the only pure play SD-WAN vendor that offers option 1, basically integrated next-gen firewall with unified threat management. Thanks a bunch, and have a great day.